tonight's episode of Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel, and as always, I have a very special guest for you, DJ Shelley B. She'll be with us for the next 30 minutes, so stay with us. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Beyond Focus TV allows you to discuss contemporary topics affecting the Caribbean people on both a national and local level. The show features informed guests who offer insight, debate, and evaluate various issues. Beyond Focus TV builds on the station's mission to provide useful information to the Caribbean people in New York and abroad. Beyond Focus TV, where our viewing audience can get educated, informed, and empowered. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel. And like I said, I have a very special guest for you, DJ Shelley B. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you for having me back. Happy New Year.
Yes, well, it's great to have you. Definitely, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. So, you know what? We got to reintroduce you to our Beyond Focus family, our new followers, our new viewers. So I'm gonna ask you, who is DJ Shelley B?
Oh man, DJ Shelley B was 15 years old. Used to DJ in her father's apartment. I shadowed my father, and then I started venturing off in the entertainment industry, the record label companies. Then I interned. I did a lot of stuff, and then I, did networking events for professional women of color. This is when I was really young. And then I was a female DJ on Asylum Internet Radio. I was the only one amongst 20 DJs. And after that, I just started doing community work. My community work was giving back to the community, like back to school events and supplies and stuff like that.
That's fantastic. So, from a young age of 15, being and you could, not to date yourself, but I always love seeing old school DJs who actually used to DJ. Like, the crates. You know what it is versus... And no disrespect to the DJ communities who don't come for me. The press play. I call them the press button. Yes. Everyone gets a Serato and can press a button and mix. Where it's like, I know DJs. I grew up with DJs who, when you have to literally scratch a record, spin, that taught you to know music versus you see the DJ on the computer shifting through looking for a song. And I'm like, it's just a different, it's not anything negative. It's just, the industry, it changed.
Changed drastically. It upgraded.
But those who are blessed to know how to really mix and scratch and flip a record and know the transition and do that in the timing to transition a song, like, that's a DJ.
Well, it's been a while before, just not to stop you on, but Lydia, but it's been a while. Now that, like you said, everything is a push play. And, you can record yourself easily. Yeah. So it's not the same.
It's not.
You need to freshen up, though.
And I've watched both sides. Because I have a lot of the digital side where it's like they're able to, between the camera being on and you line up your songs, DJs could put on a mix and you would swear they're DJing live and it's a mix. A pre-recorded set mix. But... especially Caribbean DJs, if you watch like sound clashes and all those different things that other cultures may not be as popular in other cultures, but definitely very big in Caribbean culture when you have dub plates and these different, like, you go to a sound clash and you're a DJ that has your name built into the song, you're winning.
That's the sound clash.
That's a sound clash. And you would just be in awe. Like, I've been in studio sessions watching people just really DJ. And that's how and that's what I said about transition. Like, that's why I don't understand sometimes today. I'm like, how? When you just get to push a button, you still can't transition properly.
Right.
And the timing is wrong.
You could, a little bit. There's a trick to it.
Right. No, but it's different. Like, I'm like, if you miss the mark, where everything is set now, I'm like, you really just, because... before, you had to physically get it and move it, and you would sweat in there. You see the DJs moving and sweating, and I'll be like, wow, this is so great. So you have a different, I would say you have a different background. Mm-hmm. So you remember both words. You could play in the digital setting, but also you remember what it is to actually have those crates and be an old school DJ and have that foundation. Right. Not everybody is able to adapt to that, and some of the newer ones can't go back to what, like, they don't know how to really scratch like that.
The good part about being an old time DJ is that it's about team building, and using a laptop is not really about team building because you're just individually by yourself.
You're siloed,
Right.
alone.
That's it. You don't
I didn't think of that.
Right. You didn't have nobody, bringing crates with you, setting it up with you, being at the venue at a certain time to set up speakers. I can't forget the sound system because
Yes.
there was sound system involved in that. But it was about team building. That's done.
You show up, plug in.
That's it.
That's it.
You don't even have to socialize.
No.
No, not at all.
No, you zone out.
That's
and
it.
you just, it's like you're playing for, and that's why sometimes I say some DJs play for themselves and not play for the crowd.
Exactly.
And I've noticed that quite a bit.
Right.
Like, are you even playing for me?
Right.
And especially, again, my culture is Caribbean, as most of the program
Same here.
is. And I would be like, I would always measure a good DJ. If I go in with my hair like this, and I don't come out with my hair curly by the end, you didn't do your job.
That's right.
Because I should be
Sweating.
back of my neck should be
Shirt
like I
should
want to
be
leave
dripping.
that fet like that's how you're supposed to feel
That's right.
when the DJ really is, doing their thing.
Right.
So strong background in that. So Shelley B, veteran in the game, but also veteran in the community space.
Yes.
And you've done a lot of stuff pre-pandemic. I mean, your roster of work is incredible. Between the labels and I love that you were able to always use your platform and the community together because they go hand in hand.
Right.
A lot of people forget that and don't use it for
Correct.
that. But you totally can. You totally could back to school programs, give backs, block parties.
Right. I have both parents, and the hardest part when I was going to school, all my friends was a single parent home. I never couldn't understand that. Why I'm the only one that have both parents. And my mother always tell me, in the Caribbean, when you make food, you always invite people
Yeah.
over when you give them food. And my mother and father worked very hard. And, as a child, you took advantage of that. And as you get older, you start to realize, like, oh, wow, this is a different world. And I don't know, I guess my purpose was to help out because I think I got that from my mother. And because I work so hard for myself, like if someone else can't work that harder, I'm like, all right, let me help them. Let me motivate them. Let me push them. So I think that what happened to me during the process of me changing jobs, because I have a lot of jobs. Like I was in publishing, the label company, healthcare, magazine. I had a lot of jobs. I will always either quit them or get fired, go to the next job. But I have skills. That's a lot of things that people don't understand that. But I guess my purpose was to be a community educator, and I never thought that I would have become one. Never.
Why is that?
Because I always wanted to be in the entertainment world. I always saw myself on TV.
Mm-hmm.
But to help the community, I was like, what am I doing? I'm talking to kids. Like, wait a minute. What am I saying to these kids? But I get it.
Yeah. And it's
I
something
get it.
different that really would bridge that gap for you.
Right.
To do that.
Right.
That's amazing. I love that. We're going to talk more about that in just a little bit. We'll take a quick break.
Okay.
We'll be right back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel. So, Shelley, why don't you tell us about the pandemic? I know a lot of people. We're all affected. We're all affected. There's nobody who can't say 2020. This is now our third year of this because we had all of 2020,
Correct.
all of 2021, and now we're in 2022. So this is like technically our third cycle of this. 2 full years, third cycle of it. Let's talk about 2020 and how abruptly, especially here in New York, because I always remember the day everything shut down. That was my birthday. and it was so just a sense of uncertainty. You know, events were canceled. This was canceled. So it's like, okay,
Right.
we're shut down. 100 days. The city was shut down. Can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
How did you adjust to that? Because people like ourselves who are in media and entertainment and whatever, you know, not saying everyone else wasn't impacted, but we literally had to, like, we were dispensable.
Right. Pretty much.
We're not important. Everything that you heard on TV and radio was wash your hands, wear your mask, this. So unless you were promoting that, you weren't getting airplay. You weren't getting space to really do anything. You know, people lost their jobs. I lost my job. You know, and when you go from being so busy to having nothing, mentally, it takes a toll because it's happening in real time and you're trying to build a plane while you're flying and try to keep up. So how was Shelley B's pandemic?
Woo. Shelley Browne, Miss Brown, I was working as a parent coordinator. We are a great asset to the principal. We're their right-hand person.
Okay.
A lot of the parents did not have any technology knowledge. The pressure was on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of staff was out. Communicating back and forth with my principal, assistant principal, and helping 598 students and parents that may come online when they feel like it, or they're working through the pandemic. Mental health really affected me a lot because I also was with my daughter working, and we're home together during the pandemic lockdown. And here I am, have to help out 500 and something students. That took a big toll on me. And I had to stay strong. And no one was strong for me.
I always say that. I'm like, we're here for everybody else. But the one, like, who's really here for us?
Right.
And when did you recognize that? When did you really recognize, like, oh snap, I think I'm hitting that, getting close to the limit now?
I think when in the summertime, when I work in the summertime, that's when I made the decision to quit my job. After all the pressure, helping out the parents, trying to be there for their child during the pandemic, I still gave a sense of hope because we have to send out like blasts. I don't know. I know you're a parent, so I know if you ever get those school blasts that kind of annoying.
I have nieces and nephews, and I'm a proud cat mom. But
I used to have to send out blasts to update parents. Now, one thing I did was, I would say, good morning, everybody. Good morning, parents. Stay healthy. Keep your mask on. Exercise. Go outside. Read a book. Have the kids have a safe space. Like, I would try to motivate them through a whole blast with my voice. And I was like, what happened to me? Like, nobody's telling me how I'm feeling, I'm doing.
Where's your little words of encouragement?
Right. And even my daughter got affected through it. Because, remember, I'm not focused on her. I'm focusing on the school. So she kind of got lost in the mix. But I was able to pull her back up.
Did she feel a little resentment? Did
Yes.
she ever call you out on that?
Yes. And that's why I had to quit my job.
That's an important, because a lot of people will look at you and be like, well, Shelley, you're crazy during a time where people are begging for work. Mm-hmm. You gave up a job.
Yes.
But you gave it up because mental health, family. And at the end of the day, DOE or not, whatever company you work for, you are still Shelley Browne with a number.
Right. Wow. Yes.
And you will be replaced because operations still have to go on.
Right. I didn't get replaced right away because I'm good. So.
And everyone's getting the extra $600. So ain't nobody was trying to go to work like
right.
that. But.
Right. So you're right. Nobody don't want to go to work now. So, but it was hard for me. It was because I had to keep a safe place for myself to stay focused and stay focused for the families out there that were struggling. I mean, I was blessed to have the knowledge that I have now, but a lot of parents don't have that. A lot of kids don't have that.
Oh, the digital divide. I've had several interviews
Right.
here with other educators who have been in this chair, and they're like, the digital divide is real. You know how many families who don't have regular internet?
Right.
They're trying to do schoolwork through a hotspot.
Yes. And that was the next struggle.
Through a hotspot,
Right.
which is not the most reliable when you have 3-4 kids trying, or we'll count the parent as
Right.
one, want to use their phone.
Right.
And then 2-3 kids possibly trying to connect to the same service. The server can't take it.
And can I say something? We even, during the pandemic, it was a lockdown, took it to the extent where we had to drop off laptops.
Mm-hmm. And tablets, I was hearing that.
But this was out of our discretion and our own personal caring. We didn't have to do it, but we had to do it because of who we are. And I love my old assistant principal because she was like, we got to get it to them one way or the other. And we was putting ourselves on the front line. So
That's great. You know, and that's very impactful. And then,
yeah.
you know, you move on from that.
Yes.
You bounce back. You took that well-needed break.
Yes.
How do you feel now?
Oh man, I took the well-needed break. I thought I was going to be living life, and then I had to go back to the workforce. I guess that vacation went left. But it was okay because I ended up working again in a community as a supervisor after
You
school.
can't leave the community.
Yeah, I know,
It's going
I
to
can't.
draw you back in.
As an after-school supervisor dealing with elementary. I've never dealt with elementary. I totally forgot how to deal with little kids. Elementary and middle school and high school. I totally forgot how to deal with high school. So I'm just a hot mess. All over. But they love me. They have no choice.
They love you. They absolutely
They have no
love you.
choice. They have no choice. But they need love.
And you're the right person for that. You know, even though it's like that tough kind of, but
Right.
you're soft at heart. We know.
Yes, I am.
You are. It comes off. I could tell because I'm the same way. Be like, you might have a firm demeanor, but we're marshmallows.
Yeah. I can't let them know that because then they'll take advantage of me.
Don't watch this episode then.
Yeah,
No.
'cause they gonna watch it because I'm gonna have them sit. I'm like, guess what? I'm on TV, guys. Ah, what's up?
There you go. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. So, Shelley, now we're in 2022. You are working. Things are back on track.
Yes.
Are we going to see Shelley be behind the laptop and doing her thing again soon?
No.
Okay.
You're gonna see me doing my podcast because I have a podcast called the Biz Mix Podcast. It's the biz with the mix. Just talking about lifestyles, the politics, the pandemics, the struggles of our melanin people and other people, other cultures, because we got to learn about other cultures too. And then that's one thing that I've learned working at an after-school center is that it's multicultural, so I'm starting to learn that as well. Yes, I'm going to go back to that. And also, I'm in grad school,
Congratulations.
Thank you. This is my last year, so I'll be graduating, and hopefully I can obtain a job as a school counselor and still work within a community on my personal side. Yeah. So.
That is amazing. So you're juggling grad school and all that good stuff.
Yes.
How is that grad school experience?
Kids, don't go to grad school when you're old.
Do the progression, like finish,
When you're young.
and then get it out the way.
Get it out the way. A lot of writing. That's not my forte.
I know, a lot of people have said that. Yet, so many older people go. The average age of people getting their MBA is past 30.
Yes, you're correct. Because they want that, right, in the whole American...
They want, a little life experience.
Right.
Want you to take a break, but not too long of a break. But then, it's all these rules.
Right.
You gotta be just old enough, but not too old. And then PhDs, it's even older.
That's not going my way. I'm not even looking at that.
Yeah.
Not
Dr.
even.
Shelley Browne.
Nope.
Dr. DJ Shelley.
That sounds nice, but it's not happening. No.
No. I know. It's I've actually only interviewed ever one person who had a PhD.
Wow. That's good.
He has learning a second language, like a certified, you know, being a second language person. And, you know, it sounds great, but that is no easy feat.
No, it's not.
And the money alone.
Right.
I'm like, am I going to get that back?
Or are they going to cancel it? That's another topic.
So that's crazy. But congratulations on that. We're very, very happy to hear that. We'd love to see people in our community, you know, moving up and doing things. What are you looking forward to for the rest of 2022?
Just
aside from graduating.
I know, right? Just building my podcast, the Business Podcast, working with other, you know, community leaders, try to get sponsors, donation, whatever community events that I'm trying to put together when this whole pandemic is over, to get them together because they miss each other. And hopefully they can get rid of the mask.
Yeah, I think that's going to be,
Was I not supposed to say that? What I'm saying.
That's a whole other topic.
Okay.
That's going to be a whole other episode.
Okay.
I need a whole special for that.
Okay.
What about special thanks? You know, as a community person, I know you got the kids and everyone. Anybody that you want to say give a special shout out to?
I got to give a special shout out to my daughter. She's my biggest number one supporter. Jayla, I love you. I got to give a special shout out to the Canberra Sheepshead Bay After School Center. I can't call the name because if I miss a name, then I'm going to get in trouble. But I love you kids. You know, just stay strong and stay focused. Rhonda Watson, 3E Vision. I would like to give a shout out to the Heather Hurley Foundation. They also gave me an award with Senator Kevin Parker. Thank you. And all my community leaders and all my entrepreneurs out there doing their thing.
You're doing it. What about social media? You know, if everybody wants to get in contact with you, you know, I know you're not trying to play gigs, but you know,
right.
Whether it's on the DJ side or more importantly on the community side, because we have a lot of people actively in the community who might need your services, might need you to collaborations.
Okay.
It's all about collaborations. So how do we get in contact with you?
So to get in contact with me, you can, for my Instagram is Bizzle, BIZ_ZAL. My email address is shejb@gmail.com. You can contact me to be a host at your event or to do community collaboration. That's because I'm good at it. And I'm fun. Got a lot of sense of humor.
You do. Definitely could see that, see the love. What are you looking forward to on a personal front aside from the pandemic? What's one personal thing that you really want to see for yourself come to light? A project. It could be a project or anything that you might be working on or would like to work on.
My biggest dream right now is to be on the Tyler Perry show.
Tyler Perry, you never know if you're watching this.
You better call me because I'm getting tired of tagging you on my Instagram. I'm just saying. No. Yes, that's one. But I just want to.
Tyler Perry's great.
Yeah, I just want to produce and direct. And I want it out there. I want it on Netflix, Hulu. That's what I'm looking for to do.
What would be the theme of what you'll produce?
I like comedy. So it has to have something to do with single mothers because I'm a single mom. And not the struggles, but the challenges we go through. But it can still be fun. Mm-hmm. And I want that out there. I want them to see that side of us. So, yeah.
That's great. And Tyler Perry, huh?
Tyler, call me.
Like, Tyler, call me.
Oh, wait. I gotta give us another special shout out to Beyond Focus Media for having me back. Thank you, guys.
We love having you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Honestly, we recognize good work, good people. We know that things over the years change. People and we want to kind of capture that evolution.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So you can't stay stagnant. You know, if you're being stagnant, you're not growing, and if you're not growing, then it's kind of game over for you.
Game over.
Because you have to. And I've went through my own challenges and personal front and disappointments and roller coasters and. Yeah, here we are.
Here we are.
And if we're going to do shout out to the producers of the show who
Yes,
have
definitely.
seen me cry, who have seen me go through it, and they'll always tell me just, you know what? Pray on it. It's okay. You're good. God got you, right? And I'm like, whether you believe or not, you want to call it the universe,
Right.
I always know I am guided no matter what. So.
If Tyler Perry, I got you, girl.
Okay. So, you never know. You just never know who's watching. So
Never know.
share the link.
Yes.
Send it out there. So it'd be great.
Definitely.
Well, Shelley, thank you so much for
Thank
being our
you.
guest here tonight. Might have to have you back again.
Yes, definitely.
Soon enough.
Definitely.
After that MBA.
Yeah, because right now I'm on lockdown.
Okay. So after
My own
that,
personal lockdown, not the pandemic.
Right.
Okay.
So that'll be great. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, you can send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. I'm your host, Lydia Patel. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back again next week. Same time, same place. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us.
Beyond Focus TV show wants and needs your feedback. Did we blunder? Please let us know so we can improve. Was the show helpful to you? Drop us a note so we can share the success with our staff members. Is there something you think we could do better? We welcome new ideas and new approaches to old ideas. Do you have a great suggestion? Let us know and we'll work on it. If you would like to share your comments anonymously, please send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. If you want to get in touch with the executive producer directly, send him an email at gene@beyondfocusmedia.com. We really look forward to hearing from you.